good.
I don't think we've officially met.
No.
It's nice
That's
to
my
meet
daughter-in-law.
you. Nice to meet your wife.
How you doing?
I'm
Oh, it's nice
here.
and cozy in
Yeah, I
here, isn't it?
know. I've heard all kinds of good things about
Daniel?
you.
What you up to, buddy?
Daniel.
Not much. Couldn't see you.
We've got our three little guys in here. Here comes one.
Here's the youngest one.
That's
Here's
Daniel
Daniel.
Amos.
Daniel.
That's hard to
Say
do.
hi, Aunt Betty.
The two kids up there in the picture.
Well, come over here.
Yeah,
Give
that's
me
my great
hugs. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
He's three.
That's my little grandbabies up there.
That's Daniel Amos.
There's Jonathan. Here,
Right
Jonathan.
here? Yeah.
That's Dave. That's Jonathan. That's,
Coats
that's
can go in
little,
there
that's
and,
little Dave.
Coats could go in there in the bedroom right at the end of the hall.
Jonathan, come say hi to Aunt Betty. Come over here and let her see your face. I think you look
I
like Dave when he was
know,
little.
I know.
Look, the boy, fat and a Sloboskowitz. Look at that. He ain't got his grandma's hair.
And got dimple even. Look at that. Those are little angel kisses.
And we got David Slable the third over there. Did you already say hi?
They are beautiful children.
Got it from the mother's side. How you swear?
What do you do when you get up?
Good day. It's a good day.
Yeah, see, I have taken this as sort of
What's different
Over
than
there
the
out
ones
of the
that they have
way.
now?
Okay.
But then when we walk down
Take this
the buttons
stuff
up
and
here
come off.
on the strap.
We just moving the table out of the way.
Yeah. Just getting it
I
up.
think I can move her right like this.
What's mommy? What's mommy?
Yes, here. I
What's
should.
mommy?
Done.
It's like you could have summer inside winter in here.
Should be done that one.
What's mommy?
Yeah, let us just tell us where you want it to move.
It's cool in here.
You guys ready to see it? David, you ready to see it?
Yeah.
What's mommy? What's mommy? It
Come
almost
here,
made
little
it.
buddy.
There's toys in that toy box there too.
Help me make it. I can. What?
Nice one.
Let's see it.
Yeah. See that toy box right there? There's a whole bunch of stuff
Look
in
at
there
that
to play
toy
with.
box.
And what's the dog?
Betty must be a grandma. She's in a toy box.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other thing too was, when we would go, they used to have a root beer barrel in downtown. It was a A&W root beer, but it was in a barrel. It was in an actual
Downtown.
barrel.
Remember that?
What town?
Anderson.
Anderson, downtown, and we would go. That would be a treat. And the baby root beers, those were free. And I think the big ones were like 10 cents, and then the medium size was a nickel.
Now, what year do you think that was?
Well, I don't know. I can remember going and that root beer tasted so good.
It was a real deal.
Or sarsaparilla,
But
maybe.
any time that we would ever go any place, we would sing all the way there and all the way back. And we just all loved to sing.
What kind of car did you have?
An old, something that just barely ran.
Now, was that something that the older ones did before Dave
Well,
and
see,
the
there
rest
was
came
two
along?
families, you
Yeah,
Yeah,
before
There was
Dave
five
and them
and
came
four.
along.
yeah.
So it was when you
It would
guys.
be when Dwayne
The ones
was,
that had the good
Charlotte,
voices.
Dwayne.
was,
The baby.
he and I both would get this little baby root beers.
Okay, so.
And then the others would get
So that could have been.
And then
the
we
late
go
30s,
to a
early
Best
40s.
Ever ice cream place. And
You know where the pawn shop is?
Yeah. Downtown pawn
Across the
shop?
street from where the pawn shop is now. That's where Best Ever Dairy was.
I
That's where
would
the malt
get
shop.
either lemon or black walnut. And Mom always got strawberry. Dad always got a malt. Dick, I do not remember what he got. Charlotte generally would get, I think, butterscotch or something like that. I can't remember. It was kind of a yellowish orange.
Was this Bert T. Owens?
And then, no,
Best ever.
best ever. And Lila would say, a new kind, whatever it was.
She had a variety.
And, but that would be.
What's up around Broadway now? The Dairy and Anderson that's on.
That's the old Best Ever Dairy Farm.
What I'm saying is they still have ice cream there.
Do they still have that open?
Well, I mean, they did a few years back. I don't know if they still
No,
do
it's
now.
closed now.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Prairie Farms now. No,
But it'd take 2 or 3 trips to get, you know, Dad would go in and get them and bring them out.
Davis Dairy was back when I was a
Dairy was
kid.
out on 38th Street.
Right, when I was a kid, we had Davis
Best
Dairy.
ever.
Yeah,
And he was the president of the John Birch Society.
yeah.
So I was trying to get Betty talking about some of her sweetest memories of Grandma and Grandpa for.
Our mom, if
Tell
we
our
could
boys
get her
about
to
it.
play the piano, we'd beg her to play the piano, and then she finally would. And we could, you know, sing with her, and I loved it, loved
So
that.
did she teach you anyone to play?
No.
None of this. But I can remember her telling that to learn, she had to go out on the, she'd have her coat on, and said her fingers would be so cold
Was that in the
from
missionary home,
practicing.
Kansas?
Yeah, and some of the missionaries taught her how to play the piano, but she'd go out there and no one, she said her mother never encouraged her to go because she couldn't have cared less. She was not a musical person at all. And, but Mom wanted to do that.
Mom was what I would say, looking back, was the very waste of talent. She was a talented lady. She had a voice like an opera singer.
She did. She had
Betty
a beautiful
does
voice.
too.
No.
Betty does too. I heard her singing on a tape with
Who does?
Amos. Bet your sister.
Yeah.
And Lila was a good singer.
Lila was a real good singer. I can remember Mom making those before Judy was born. Mom went and got some flannel, white flannel, and drew designs on the front of those and embroidered flowers and beautiful things. She had a whole layette before when she found out Charlotte was going to have a baby, and she didn't want to make it she wanted to have it so it was either a boy or a girl, and she made some of the most beautiful things out of just flannel material.
Do you know that she made one for him when he was a baby?
Did she?
And Diana, when I first was having David, and Jan redid it. Do you remember that? And they're so beautiful. The animals are so sweet on there. There's like not.
They took like the stuff off my blanket and made it into David's blanket.
Yeah, because it had been
was so
old.
talented.
They
And
redid
everything.
it.
She
It's
did
so
just her
beautiful.
handwriting.
And it was beautiful. It was just, I'll never forget how that. And then back then, the kids, they wore kimonos, or gowns, boys and girls. And then she had little short jackets too that she made. What do they call those?
Vest?
No, there was a name for them, but it was like a cut-off jacket, and she'd have those embroidered too to match. But she had a whole layette of stuff before Judy was born, and it was beautiful things. And
And what year was Judy born? Because I know Susie's the same age as me.
Judy. And I feel like I have it in the.
About 54 or 53 or something like that.
I was trying to compare that to.
She was younger than me.
I know when she had her surgery in her eyes,
Who?
Judy,
Yeah.
I would stay at night, and they had these cribs with the tall sides, and they would give me a pillow, and but since they had her eyes completely blind, or completely covered, so she was just same as blind, and so, but it was important that she didn't ever cry or anything, and so we took turns, and I had stayed at night. And I would like to stay out of the way. I would scoot myself underneath her bed, and I would sleep under the bed. And
Being with a baby like that in the hospital will change your life.
Now, was Judy born that way, or did she fall? Or how did her eye cross?
she fell at our house, and she. Some of the kids knocked the high chair over with her in it.
So I vaguely remember something, but I can't.
And then her eye
I mean, it
crossed after that.
it crossed where you couldn't even see it. I mean,
Yeah.
it was terrible. And they'd go in there and cut the tendons, and they'd come back a little bit. Then they'd go in and do it. Didn't she have several operations? They kept, because it wasn't near as refined as it is now. But they'd go in there and
It
cut
never
those
was
tendons.
right.
No.
It never could get it
I
right.
say that about being in the hospital because I thought I wanted to have 5 boys the whole time I grew up. After Daniel went to the hospital when he was 2 months old, I was done having kids because once you live through spending time in the hospital with a kid, it changes your life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they let me stay with Greg. They just moved me in.
In this day and age.
Well, I remember one time,
Yeah.
a long time ago, I think it was even before I was born, Dad and I don't know if it was any of the brothers or not, but really felt sorry for David Singer, like he maybe hadn't had enough swimming lessons yet, or maybe he needed to learn how to dive. Or remember one time he got thrown in the pool, didn't he?
I did it.
Oh, you did it.
Never did like him. Never did like him the first time I ever saw him.
No.
It turned out to be just exactly the way I.
He's recording this.
Well, it's all right. He's already been disowned out of the family. It's all right.
He was
Yeah, sneaking. Always
whispering.
Controlling.
The whole time, anytime he'd go in anybody's
Okay, now,
house.
who did I recall compare him to that's in our family now or was? And maybe the relationship just broke up. Oh, Carrie's oldest daughter, that boyfriend. He was exactly the same way the first time I ever saw him. Oh, they finally got rid of him.
Good.
He was manipulative. I mean,
I didn't get a
was
chance.
from
Betty, where do I find a dish
possessive.
drying towel? We used yours for your rug, I think.
There's one in the second drawer
I didn't know
down.
this was big. It's unique. And that is old, honey.
That's awesome.
That's a.
You gotta go help that baby.
Okay.
Look, it's the old Monopoly. Look, it's better than
7 year. When we went to Columbus shopping, we thought, well, we got back, it'd be over, our husbands be done watching it. I had a ton of people at the house that night, and it would, no, that was Valentine's Day. It was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it was
Down in
Valentine's Day.
California.
That was the first race.
Yeah. And it went on till what, 11 o'clock at night. I was just going crazy. And of course.
Yeah.
4, 5, or 6. No, and you have to draw, and if you don't draw one of those, you have to put your train out.
Oh, there it is.
A what?
That's the menu. I don't know how you get to it.
Huh? You don't have a 5? What have you got? 5?